Oh, Cancer, I was just like 10 minutes into your reading and it stopped because my storage was full because I didn't empty the trash bin. Hold on, let me get a glass of water. Literally, I just spent like 15 minutes talking. Well, 10 minutes. Let me stop being exaggerating. All right, all right. All right, so let me start back over again. So, welcome, Cancer. This is your weekly reading, all right? This video is for Cancer Suns or for anyone that has Cancer in their natal chart, as well as if you were just drawn to the title of this video. Keep in mind that when I do these readings, I have different messages that come in, and I read like different situations. So take whatever situation is yours, okay? What else? I do a few different readings. So listen, if you want to subscribe to the channel, I do 3 readings a week. I do your weeklies, career, love readings. I don't know if I said that already. Yeah, and if anything in this message ends up really resonating with you, please help me out by liking and thumbsing up this video, subscribing if you want more. It actually also helps to push this to more Cancers. So if there's something that really like resonated with you, maybe it could really help to resonate with somebody else. Yeah, let's get into it though. So what I'm getting for you guys this week is that you're having this kind of juggling act. You're in between 2 things. I feel like for some of you, you're in between 2 jobs. You're in between. You're just doing a juggling act. Honestly, I feel like it's you're finding out what your calling is, and you're going from what you have been doing for so long into going towards your calling. Okay, so with this week, I was reading through these cards and I got to this one, so I have a little bit of an idea of where this is going. What I'm getting for you guys is that it's just you have been, for some of you, you've been going back and forth from, hold on, one second, let me just check one thing. Okay, I just want to make sure the computer, okay, sorry, okay. So, I'm getting that you guys are, you're, for some of you, you're juggling between like a relationship, and or just like an old life and a new life. Okay, it's like you're kind of waking up to the situation. You're waking up to how you used to do things, or just how you lived your life and how it just wasn't serving you anymore. Whether that's with your relationship or with your job. But I definitely get that you're just like in between things, and you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Balancing act. It's like it says working too hard on multiple. Sorry, working too hard. Let me, before I even read this, let me talk about how I really do feel like you guys are going from, because I had so many messages that were coming through, and I'm just so upset that that video got cut off. Basically, what I was talking about before was that you guys are going through this. This week is like a change from you're wanting to work from home. You're in between where you, so a lot of you, I'm getting that you're at your job. It's like you have a job where you're going into work, okay? And I feel like I was just saying in like the previous video, I'm so upset that I deleted that video too, because I threw it out in the trash with the empty, whatever. But basically what I was saying, because I went out with my Cancer friend last night, and I was telling her, how she can, there's this, I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure it's all, if you live in the U.S., I think it applies to everyone in the U.S., but it might be something different. But in New York, because we live in New York, I was telling her that what you can do is you can, if you go to your job and you only, as long as you're making under $500 a week and working less than I think 3 or 4 days a week, you can still qualify for unemployment. And what I was going through in your reading this week was I was saying that I feel like a lot of you are, you're going through this. It's like you want to spend more time at home, or you want to spend more time doing like building your life, instead of like working for just like a job and just getting a paycheck, even like an hourly paycheck. I think hourly paychecks are fucking garbage, but that's another story for another day. But I think that you guys are just having to go and decide what it is that you want to spend your time doing. And I feel like a lot of you are taking the time to start investing. Okay, let me actually read these things, because I'm like just recapping when I can just read it again. Okay, so let me just do that. So let's go from potentials, or the challenges, not potential, sorry, what's helping you this week. Okay, it's, or yeah, it's potentials or challenges. It's gonna be, it's like, it's just what's happening right now, okay? Because this is your energy. Your energy is that you're in between two things. You're waking up, okay? But what's kind of like going on around you, in some sense, is that you are getting, these new ideas. You're getting these new, you're just having these new ideas that you want to take a change in it, like direction in your life, okay? It's very much like you've worked hard and now you want to put that work towards yourself. It's like when you work hard, you get good results. When you do shitty work, you get shitty results. That's what the Wheel of Fortune's all about. It's about what you put in and what you put out is what you get back in, okay? And I feel like for a lot of you, you guys have been working really, 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 really hard at work, and you guys aren't really getting anything back from them because they're only like they're only limiting you to your hourly pay. It stops you. When you work from home and you're an entrepreneur, I'm not saying everybody needs to be an entrepreneur, but I'm saying like you are able to the amount of money you can make is unstoppable because it's just how much you can how much you grow it, you know what I'm saying? How much work you put into it. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's just that you guys are starting to, if you're not leaving your jobs completely, I really do think you should do that. Look into to see if you can qualify for the unemployment thing so that you can keep your job, so that you can keep your bills, work 3 days a week, and then for the rest of the week, start developing your own project, start developing your own business. I was saying before that I feel like for a lot of you, you're going into, because what's to focus on this week is you have the World card and the Wise Counsel, and I was saying that the World card is all about it's about mastery. It's like it's about mastery, completion of a cycle. You guys have it's like you guys have you've ended something and you're starting something new. Okay, but it's like you have learned a lot and you're taking what you've learned and you're going to something new. And I was saying that you guys, I really can see I was seeing like the messages I was getting was some kind of like writing. I was getting writing, like some kind of, maybe you guys are doing a blog or some kind of, you're helping people, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you're taking the things that you learned from your job or your past or whether, I was saying, because this is what I was saying, I want you guys to think about it. Think about yourself and think about all the other cancers that okay? Do they work in healthcare? Do they work they either work with, this is most of the cancers that I know. I'm not saying this just you guys are putting in a box, but the thing about cancers is that cancers are opposite Capricorn. Capricorn is like, cancers work with the public. Capricorns are like the bosses. They don't work with the people underneath them. Whereas Cancer, they work with people. So they work like in healthcare, where they're working and helping people one-on-one. A lot of them are either firefighters or police officers or EMTs, where they're like helping people and they're working with people one-on-one. So think about the cancers. This is what I'm saying. Sorry, my ADHD ass is like fucking. Let me calm down. I'm sorry. Do they work in healthcare? Do they work in some kind of like police officer, EMT, firefighter? Do they work in like restaurants where they're serving people one-on-one, or like grocery stores where like they work at the counter serving people one-on-one, working with children one-on-one? Like very much, you guys work with people one-on-one. And I feel like what's going on this week is that you guys are realizing that you can take what you've learned and you can help people online and be like a counselor to people online. And I was getting these messages of you guys publicly, it's like it's publishing something where it's either you have a blog, you have a channel, you have something where you're educating people on either like their health or their food, or you're some kind of homemaker that shares their projects online, or it's something where you're taking the things that and that you're good at and you're helping others with it. And I was getting very much that you're working from home and that it's online. For some of you, you're even, when it comes to working online, because I was saying you guys need to have multiple streams of income, because when you have, what Corona taught a lot of people was that you cannot rely on one stream of income. Thank God honestly, I'm not trying to say thank God Corona happened, because there was so much fucked up shit and just so much pain that came out of it, but there was a lot of lessons learned, which that's how I go at life. I just try to, if something happens, it's just like, all right, well, what did I learn from this at least? Like, at least take something positive with you, at least grow from it, if nothing else, And from Corona, I feel like a lot of people realize that they can't just rely on one stream of income, because if you only have one job and that falls through, what are you gonna do? All your money that you had, like, now you're gonna be, you don't have anything to back up on. I mean, there's unemployment, but if you were making more than what unemployment's giving you, then that doesn't cover, your bills and shit. So I was saying that you guys need to have, multiple streams of income with, like, you can have like you can work like a few days at a regular job, okay? But also have days where you work from home, where you're either helping people online, you have some kind of forum where you're teaching people something, or and also working from home, like doing investments online. Right now with Uranus and Taurus, it's a really good time to get into investments, because Uranus brings sudden changes and Taurus is all about finances. I mean, these are really broad. I'm just running through them, but Uranus and Taurus brings very sudden changes to your foundations, to your surroundings, to the material things in your life, to money. You know what I'm saying? So now is a really good time to get into the stock market, or just, if you're not, don't jump into it. Really, really take the time to study it if that's what you want to do. If that interests you. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel like you need to be taking jobs. When you take a job, this is how you should go at it. You should take a job, when you're thinking about what kind of job you want, think about it as if you're a millionaire and you have all the money in the world, and you're just wanting to take a job that is going to be, that you're just interested in because you want to, spend time doing that. And take that job. Don't take a job for the money. Take a job that you're actually passionate for, that you actually, like, really love the cause. You know what I'm saying? Even if that's just doing it for yourself, which you should be doing it for yourself, but also you can be doing it for, like, an organization, or, something like that. But don't have it where it's taking up all your time. You need to have balance in your life, and that's what this is what this week is all about for you guys. It's like you need to figure out a plan to get that balance. Okay, start making the moves, writing it on the calendar, just putting a plan, and just start making action. Okay, you guys gotta make action. I'm not saying you guys have so much of an issue with that. I mean, I feel like it's slow action, but the thing is with Cancer is that you guys are a cardinal sign. You guys, it's all about taking the action. It might be a little bit slower, but listen, you guys do it, so I'm not worried about it. But now, your past. Oh, sorry, I'm not. Did I get to that? Okay. Wait. So what to focus on? Again, look. Look. It's passion with the wands, and it's money with the pentacles. You're in between two things that you love. Two things that, it's like two money opportunities. It's like, well, I actually do love this job. Well, why don't you just slow down your hours and, like, balance yourself out so that you can do both? Like, you need multiple streams of income, Cancer, okay? It says taking the next steps, bold and ambitious choices, partnering with others who share your dreams, expanding your plans, continue to move forward, okay? Don't slow down, speed up. I mean, don't speed up to the fact where you're being reckless, but I don't think that's really an issue for you, okay? But speed the fuck up, because you have choices and you need to, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to push you guys like that. I feel like I'm being so vicious. I feel like it's just very much saying that you guys need to focus on the fact that you can do both if that's what you want. Or you can just go and do the things that you're passionate for. I mean, listen, even if it's, maybe what it's telling you this week is that you need to start, you can't just rush into, obviously, quitting your job and having going into, being an entrepreneur if you don't have any kind of money coming in. I mean, that's why it's good to have multiple streams of income. But for some of you that don't have that right now, maybe it's a good time this week is to cut down your hours. Say, I'm only going to do 3 hours. You're not going to lose so much money because you still get money from unemployment, remember. So you're getting paid what you're getting paid. As long as it's under $500 a week, you're still going to be qualifying for unemployment. So it's gonna allow you to take a few days of the week and not have to work. And you can work on your own things. You know what I'm saying? You can work on developing your own things, work on developing your own skills, maybe starting your own channels, getting just like an organization plan. I feel like you guys are really good with that. It's just like having an organization plan. Like you guys, like, all right, I'm going to do this. I love Cancers for that. So you guys are good, but you need to realize that you need to create more streams of income for yourself. Okay, bring that shit in. Now, your past, okay? It's you're taking what you've learned in the past, and you're going towards a new future. For some of you, you've already started that. For others, you're doing that right now, where you're taking, because this card, the Seven of Wands, is all about, Seven of Swords. It's all about taking So swords are about knowledge, mental, okay? It's like taking what you learned and going and doing it for yourself, okay? Or it could be taking what you learned and forming a group, taking it to this group because there's a group in the back. So maybe you have a group where you're helping out. You're like, here, guys, here's some knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Very much I'm getting that. You're taking things from your past and you're going forward into this new start. It says, a new start. Trust yourself. Push your fears aside and take a leap of faith. The fear, having this, just saying, put the fears in the past card, like put your fears aside. You need to, I feel like you're starting to realize that, listen, fuck it. Because honestly, if it's going to take me 2 years to struggle and then I'll get like a really booming business, well then I would rather just have the 2 years of struggle than spend 30 years of my life barely making a livable wage. Why would you want that? Why would you want that? Take the time for yourself. Prioritize yourself. Wasn't that one of your previous videos I did for you? Look through the videos and see which one that, there's like a prioritize something, it's like yourself first. Watch that video, okay? Might have been last week's. But, where are we now? Okay. So, your strengths, or maybe even your goals, it's breaking the chains, breaking the things that were tying you down, and being this King of Wands where it's like you have the knowledge to make your passions really successful. The King of Wands, he has mastered his passions and now he uses them and he helps others and he, you know, does amazing things with his, like, the things that he's learned. He's very much like I feel like for some of you, you have a lot of fears of this, but I think with the King of Wands, what's it being in your strengths, it's like you have more than enough knowledge, power, and strength to do this. It's going to take time probably, but listen, that's with anything. And honestly, you know what though? It might not take as much time as you think, because with Uranus and Taurus, it's sudden. It's very sudden. Okay, so as long as you're consistently building, these things can just instantly, like, it's like you can work on something for like 2 months and you're like, I'm not seeing anything. And then with Uranus and Taurus, it's like just out of the blue, it blows up. Okay, so it's a really good time right now to start these new kind of projects and these new money opportunities, okay? I can't read your cards right. I like read them. That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So, near future. This was actually your near future card. I was reading them in order. It's just so bad. I literally, it's like my brain is like on 1,000 speed. You know, your near future is this new beginning, this ending, going to this new beginning of helping others and being a counselor to others. Okay. Did I read it to you already? I'll read it once more. Unity with the spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers will come. Compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. You know, and for somebody, if you're somebody that's like, you're very spiritual and you've learned a lot, like maybe your family has passed on a lot to you spiritually, maybe it's time for you to like help others online, because, you know, not everybody has those kind of resources or the kind of knowledge that you do. So it's good to help others and share it with others. As long as it's, you know, you have good intentions and what you're doing isn't for selfish reasons, you know, clearing out your fears, clearing out your insecurities, clearing out anything that, you know, is holding you back, and just having like that, just love for yourself and confidence in yourself to know that you have the strength to help others. You know, keep the intentions pure, and everything will always, like, you know, that's like working with the laws of karma. Working with the laws of karma, working with Saturn, working with the Father, working with God, it's all tied in together, and it's about, if you do good, it'll come back to you. It's going to take hard work for the good things to happen, but it'll teach you a lot, and it'll give you a lot, okay? But if you do shit the bad way, and you do shit slacking, and you do shit grimy, you'll get temporary money, but it bites you in the ass, and it doesn't last long. It's not a long-term thing, okay? So keep that in mind. When you're thinking about money, don't be thinking about things that are just instant money, or that's gonna ruin your reputation, or that's gonna, you know, like keep, like, have some self-respect and morals. Okay, I'm not even gonna go into what I'm thinking, because I don't want to even put that shit out on my channel. But keep your intentions pure and do things that you would be proud to show off to everybody, to your family, and be like, look at what I made, look at what I did. Okay, if it's not something that you're proud of, don't put that on the internet, because the internet is forever and you can always go back. Even if the shit is deleted, you can go back and find it. Okay, it's not hard. All right, so keep that shit in mind. That's just what I'm saying. Next. Okay, enough of my preaching on my soapbox. So now you have the near future. It's taking the time out, resting, to learn new things. I really feel like it's like you, because the Four of Wands. Sorry, I keep saying wands. This whole that's I don't know what it is. This whole week I've been saying wands. So a lot. I feel like with every sign you guys are creating, there's a lot of creating going on this week. But the Four Swords, okay, it's very much of the Four Swords is somebody. Okay, so let me tell you the story behind this card. So the story behind this card is that back in the day when soldiers would go out for battle, before they would go out for battle, they would actually like set up their caskets, okay? Because I mean, it wasn't. People knew that it was pretty unlikely to come back from war, or it's not always a thing. So just in case, let me have a casket here for you. If they did come back from battle, as like a ritual, they would go and lay on their casket after war, and it was just about thinking about the past, thinking about what you've learned, thinking about what you've been through, thinking about the battles that you've gone through, and that you came out of successful, and taking your knowledge. It's just taking a step back right now. With the it's like your approach, your attitude. The suggested approach this week is to take some time out, clear up your schedule, okay, and learn new things, okay. This card though, for the suggested approach, it's leaving this. It's saying being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem. Overanalyzing a situation. Yeah, you guys are trying to maybe just push this off and like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll just start my life later. It's like this is a good time to do it. It's time to start taking the steps that are needed. Make the initiative. Take the time out for you. You matter as well, Cancer, okay? Now, let's go to the next. What do we have here? We have what you need to know, the environment around you. I'm just getting that you guys... I'm getting a few messages. Okay. For those that are already... I feel like you guys are working with people that don't have your best interest in mind. They look at you, they judge you for what what you do. They're not nice about it. They make you feel like shit. I feel like maybe it's your bosses or even your coworkers. You're just in a work environment that's very much of like these people are like just analyzing what he's doing, and with the Five of Swords, it's like it says avoid people who lack integrity or who have questionable motives. He's like stealing. Maybe somebody's stealing from the business. Maybe somebody's like just, being grimy at the job or not being selfish at the job or something. And it's a bad work environment. I'm getting for some of you, it's a really bad work environment. I've never really, these cards together are pretty, ooey. But what it's saying also is that, they're judging you because you are someone that's talented and that can do the work, and they view you as a threat. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because you have some talent to you, they're like, I don't need them taking my spot. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't like that you can actually do things for yourself and not rely on them, and they have like ego issues. For some of them, they want to always be right. Yeah, that's pretty shitty. All right. What you need to know, or the suggested approach, is leaving and going back home to work. That's what I'm getting with this, leaving and going back home to work, because the five of Pentacles is very much like, look at the card. It's like, this is somebody that I feel like it's going back to your roots, but I'll read this. So it's leaving negative thoughts, manifesting into real challenges, leaving fears surrounding, like you're leaving the fears surrounding money, you're reaching out to others for assistance, and you're right now, it's like what you don't want to leave just yet, you want to do it slowly. Okay, so it says poor time for being self-employed. So it's not that you shouldn't be self-employed altogether, it's that you should do it, like take the steps, don't just quit your job and jump into things, because I'm like, you're realizing that, what you have is something valuable, and that's great, but develop it first, just a little bit before you completely abandon, this job. Take it, just cut down your schedule if you can. If that's what it takes, like talk to somebody about just cutting down your schedule. Be like, listen, I have a lot going on in my life for the next, like, just don't even give them a time limit. Just be like, I really feel like it's because I work, 5 days a week or 6 days a week, or cut your schedule down, get that shit get the unemployment. Okay, if you can do it, do it. As long as you're making under $500, you can get the unemployment and start building your new life. It's like the strength to manifest your life. That is the potential outcome of this. It's building the strength to manifest your life. This is amazing. This is amazing outcome, okay? It's like personal power and assertiveness portrayed with kindness, compassion that brings about forgiveness. Realizing that you're stronger than you knew. With these cards together, it's like you guys are starting to be like the lion, just he's someone that's strong and he can go whatever way he wants. If he wants to trot over that way, then he'll do it because he knows that he can survive on his own. Okay, you're building that, but the thing, you have the tools in front of you. Okay, it's learning the tools, learning how they work, and then doing magic with it. So that's really what this is all about. The potential outcome of doing, taking the advice of everything that I said is very much of building the strength to manifest every single thing you want. Because listen, you can live the life of your dreams. You have to take the steps every day to work towards that. It's not something that happens overnight, but if you slowly learn what you want to, like, what's going to bring you there, you slowly learn how to make money, you slowly learn how to do your interests. Okay, you take the steps every day. If you just do a few things every little day, every day to build yourself to that point, it's going to bring you to able to have this rest. Because I just hit this card. It's able to have this rest time while also making money. Okay, because you shouldn't have to be like a hamster on a hamster wheel, just like not being able to stop, and you're not even benefiting from it. You know what I'm saying? This is what, in the final cards, it says, we do not need to await more resources. We need to act, and we will find abundance comes to us. And it says, the second card is, we have forgotten that the natural foe to life is not a distant death, but a present in the moment detachment from living. So for some of you, you're scared about not having enough money, but the thing is that you're not even living your life to the fullest right now. Like, does it feel good? Like, I feel like I'm bullying you guys. Does it feel good? No, but does it, like, how does it feel to not live happy? If you don't like that, that's, if you're waking up every day and you're not happy, that's your body naturally telling you that there's something that needs to change. Because you're supposed to live happy. There's no reason that everybody shouldn't be living their happy, most best life. But you have to figure out what it is that's, it's like, is it your insecurities? Is it your fears? Is it your lack of self-confidence? The video keeps stopping. Okay. But yeah, it's very much like, what is stopping you from, like, actually living? It's like you've forgotten the natural, like, you've forgotten the enemy to life isn't like I'm trying to, like, sum this up for you, so that, because I feel like these cards, the way they have written them, it's like, who wrote this? Like, why couldn't you just be way more, like, to the point? They, like, try to dance around, but they are really good cards. I like these cards, but I just feel like they say things in poems sometimes, which is annoying. But it's like, death doesn't come from, you spend your life and, you just die one day and that's when death is. If you're not living life to the fullest, then you're dead. You're not alive. You need to live life to the fullest. Get out there. Learn what it is that interests you, or that, you can possibly turn to help others to make money, because it's possible. All right? Okay, Cancer, I feel like that is all for your message for this week. Definitely start getting multiple streams of income into your head. Start taking the plans, break the chains, okay? Unhealthy habits, unhealthy behaviors, unhealthy situations, toxic people, toxic behaviors, or just things that aren't helping you, or just people that aren't, like, bringing you happiness, or that, drain your energy. You have to just cut those chains. All right, that's it for me today. I'm about to, like, choke because I just don't shut up. So I will talk to you guys on, well, the next reading that I'm doing for you guys is your career reading. They usually come out Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, though, so watch out for those. I'm going to be, and actually, yeah, it'll be good, because your career reading, I think I'll get something that really will, hopefully I'll be able to tell you something that'll help you towards this new beginning, I mean, listen, my job is to read whatever cards come out, so whatever they want to say is what they want to say to you, Cancer. So hopefully it relates to this, but I mean, it's your career reading, so it's directly for you. So that is that is all for this week, Cancer. If I said something that helped you, please help me out and thumbs up this video. It really does help so that my channel can grow and so that I can actually provide for myself, because this is one of my streams of income that I'm trying to grow. I'm also in college, so if you want to help a college student out and tip me, that's all in the description. If you want any of the cards that I have, because I don't know if some of you, are tarot readers yourself and you want any of these cards, they're in the link, they're in the description box. And I think that's it for you guys today, okay? Thank you so much for watching if you stayed to the end, and see you for your career reading, Cancer.